You know, this is simple. We just got to be able to look at and have a history of what we've been eating to know how to make those shifts. A couple years ago, back in 2022, a lot of y'all were commenting and saying I was looking skinny. A lot of people, like my family, was really making fun of me, and they were worried about me saying I was looking skinny. And guess what? I was the lowest that I ever was in my life, like since I was probably 15 years ago, since grade 9. That's the weight I was at. In 2020, April, I was 158 pounds. And I do not remember the last time I even touched into the 50s. So for me, I had to look at myself, and I give thanks to all y'all commenting. And since then, I put on over 20 pounds. And a couple months ago when I was on my weight gain journey, I put on 25 pounds from that 158. I went all the way up to 183. So in this video, I'm gonna share with y'all a little bit of the mindset, and I'm also gonna point y'all in the direction of some recipes that y'all could utilize to help you on this weight gain journey. I say weight gain, but really it's like getting to that healthy weight for yourself, right? Because a lot of us, we're just not at our healthy weight. Whether we're overweight or whether we're underweight, we're just not at that healthy weight. And I had someone comment in talking about how they feel real skinny. You know, they're not feeling good in their own skin, and they're eating a lot, and they just don't know what to do. In 2020, April, that's when COVID just hit. That's when I was hustling. I had no one to help me with the work. I was just out there shipping packages all day. So number one thing for me is we gotta realize the level of stress that we're under, or the level of scarcity mode that we're in, right? Because when we're in that scarcity mode and that stress, someone like me, I'ma just not eat. I'ma just go all day, just working, going about my business, sipping my teas, just getting that baseline nourishment, and then not really eat enough to stay at that weight. And then there's other people who, when they're stressed, they eat more. They eat more than they need to. They stress eat. So number one is let's reevaluate and audit ourselves to see where's our stress levels at, because we got to be able to be balanced and regulated so our hormones can do what they do and our metabolism can do what it does. And we're not in that state of scarcity mode all the time. We got to be able to be at a balanced level. And what that's going to do is that's going to help us plan our workouts. That's going to help us plan what we're eating. And that's just gonna help us just overall be in a level where our body is working at it and it's optimal. We gotta check out our stress levels, see where we're at with that, the balance. And then from there, we gotta plan what we're eating. It's not difficult. If you're trying to gain weight, really what it is look at what you're eating right now. Look at the last couple weeks, the last couple months, and whatever you're eating at that, if you're losing weight, then you gotta eat more. It's simple. We don't really need to make it so complex like that. Just what are you eating right now? Are you gaining or losing weight? If you're losing weight, you got to eat more. If you're gaining weight and you want to gain weight, keep going. Keep eating the way you're eating. But if you're gaining weight, you trying to lose weight, eat less. You know, this is simple. We just got to be able to look at and have a history of what we've been eating to know how to make those shifts. I'm gonna share a couple of the recipes with y'all, a couple of my favorites, all from my channel that are, sort of my staples, my go-tos, right? And when it comes to the breakfast, y'all already know the smoothies. The smoothies is key. So there's a couple of videos I have. The one I'll refer you to is the top 3 smoothie recipes. And in that, you're gonna see that I could have one smoothie that has basically half my calories for the day and all my nutrients for the day. So what happens is you good. After you have your smoothie, you're basically good. Everything else is extra, right? But in that smoothie, a couple things that I love to add is hemp seed. I love to add nut butter, right? That could be coconut butter. That could be Brazil nut butter. That could be cashew butter. Add the butter in there, add dates, and add your bananas. And that's gonna be the baseline level of calories. And if you're on that heavy gainer mode, I'm gonna say definitely add some fonio or add some grain. I like the fonio because it's still light and it's still smooth in your smoothie. You don't really feel like you're drinking something too thick, so that's why I love the fonio in the smoothie. So that's it. One is the fonio and the smoothie, and then just a fonio bowl on its own, right? So you can make a fonio bowl and, put some blueberries. We're in the summer right now. Go get some fresh fruits. Get some fresh blueberries, some jackfruit, wake up to that. A classic one I did way back is the chickpea stir fry scramble. And that chickpea scramble is potent. You just gotta make sure that you have chickpeas soaking in your fridge at all times. So then when it comes time, you just want to make some with chickpeas, you're good. You just have it in there. So that's going to be the breakfast. Number 1 is that smoothie is going to be my favorite. Number 2 is going to be that fonio bowl. And number 3 is going to be the struggle feast or the granola. Just make a yogurt bowl, add some granola. You can add some dates in there, bananas in there. And that's also one of my go-to snacks. So breakfast to me is also, I use my breakfast as my snack. So those are 3, 4 of my favorite recipes to use to start the day. But with that smoothie, I'm telling y'all, with that smoothie, you have basically everything you need in that one feast, and everything else is extra. So then when you get to lunch, that's like weight gain mode basically. You could have a 1,500 calorie smoothie, you could have a 2,000 calorie smoothie, and then you're good. But for me, I need to have like 4,000, 3,500 calories a day, but I don't count calories. I just look at what I've been eating and let's start eating more, right? So that's breakfast. For lunch, I look at lunch and dinner sort of the same. And what I'm gonna say for that is have some stew material ready. So like basically always have a stew in your fridge. I got a bunch of different stew recipes. We got the fonio stew, we got the fonio stir fry, we got the mofongo. Ooh! Y'all, the mofongo's potent and that's super easy to make. We got the oyster mushrooms, we got some greens. So like for the lunch, you gotta think about having these dense grains in there. Those chickpeas, the fonios. Think about having that. You can add some coconut milk in there, add some into it like that. And then on the side, if you have your salad, make sure you add the hemp seeds, right? Make sure you add the walnuts, make sure you add the pine nuts, right? So on the side, it's also, you're getting your calories and you're getting your nutrients in there as well. So you're feeding your cells and then you're also feeding the muscles so they can grow and you can get some mass on you. So that's the lunch and the dinner. I really look at lunch and dinner sort of the same, interchangeable, and just add your salad on the side. It's mainly gonna be stews. That's really gonna be the main thing for me is stews. And then these bowls where I just air fry some veggies, some sweet potatoes, some taro, some squash, some zucchinis. And then that's gonna be my one side. Then I'm gonna have some oyster mushrooms. I'm gonna have some mushrooms air fried. Then I'm gonna have some salad there and I'm set. I'm good to go. So that's my lunch. And then what I feel is like the X factor is these snacks. The snacks are key, and for that I'm gonna say look at the struggle feast video. The struggle feast where you just have some spelt flour bread, yeast-free spelt flour bread, and then on top of that you just have your nut butter, you have your jam, you put some hemp seeds on there, you put some cocoa on there, and then you're good on that. I love that. The granola is also one of my favorite snacks. Smoothie, one of my favorite snacks. Some trail mix is one of my favorite snacks. And just make sure you have those snacks on the side so you're feasting. You have that in between the feast, you have something there for you. And another thing is like the video we put out, the 5 CMOS uses video, that's gonna be a lot of your snacks. You're gonna be having a lot of this high grade healing. So the bladder wax gonna be in there. The sweet bay leaf is gonna be in there. The sea moss is gonna be in there. So we're not doing a dirty bulk. If it was a dirty bulk, it would be so easy to gain weight. But we doing it the high grade healing way. We doing it the almost alkaline way, where every feast is like, yo, this is full of nutrients. This is full of that high grade healing. So that's how we doing it. And that's how I put on my weight, really and truly, is really super simple. Get out of that scarcity mode, get out of that stress mode so you could focus on the food you're gonna be eating, the workouts you're gonna be doing. And I did this all basically max 4 workouts a week. Right now, I really only work out 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I'm going hard on those workouts. I'm gonna probably do a vlog for y'all to share with y'all like my day, but I go hard on my workouts. We just work out in the rise, just calisthenics, not really weighted either. You know what I mean? So we ain't really doing heavy squats. We ain't lifting that heavy weight. We're doing it all body weight. So that's possible, y'all. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You can just go outside and make that happen. So we gotta relieve the stress. Then we gotta plan our workouts, plan our feasts. And with the food that we eat, we gotta make sure we're getting that nutrient-dense food. Because we're in a population where we're overfed, but we're undernourished. So we're not trying to just overfeed ourselves. So we go in that same state where we may be gaining weight, but we're not getting the nutrients that we need. So we just ain't feeling good. Now, when we gain weight, we're gonna get so many nutrients that we're actually gonna feel better. We're gonna feel energized. We're gonna feel more lively, and that's gonna thrive and fuel our day. That's gonna help our focus. That's gonna help our ability to remember things. That's gonna help our stress and anxiety. So all that's gonna come together. So it's not like we're just focusing on gaining weight and that's it, and then everything else is going out the window. Now we're doing this holistically, the high grade healing way, the almost alkaline way. It's possible, y'all. So don't let no one tell you when you go plant-based, when you go ITAL, alkaline, vegan, that you can't gain weight. You just gotta put a little bit more focus, a little bit more energy and intention in there. And I feel a big one for us is just release that stress, release that anxiety, so you can really look at what you're doing, audit it, and make those shifts so you can grow. All right, y'all, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I know a lot of us, as we transition, we trying to put that weight on. Let's get it, y'all. It's not that hard. Just take some focus. You got this, you got this, you got this. All right, y'all, sending y'all so much love and balance. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Ja Rastafaro.